Hello, welcome back to GotAUkulele. It's review day. Remember, this is the summary review. Get all the detail for this one in the written review below. Also consider thinking about the Patreon. It helps keep this site going. And subscribe to the channel and you'll find out what's going on more quickly. I like this brand. I've featured this brand quite a few times. The brand is called Noah Ukuleles, part of Saigon Guitars. It's a company set up by a guy called Matt Cohen, who's a Brit who used to live in Vietnam, which is where he has these made, not in a factory, rather by a luthier over there through his contacts, and he makes guitars as well. But his Noah ukuleles, named after his son Noah, have been around for quite some time. I've reviewed a few, and I really rather like them. He's a nice guy too. This one is hot off the presses. This is brand new, only just gone on sale by Noah. In fact, this is serial number 001, and this is their new classic Sunburst tenor ukulele, and I really like the look of it. It's a standard double bout tenor with a nice sort of wide bass, swoopy shape. I love this shape. I'm always a sucker for this. This is really nice. And finished with that really striking Sunburst top. I know Sunburst isn't for everyone, but I love it. And I think it looks really good. And it's a head turner. It doesn't look like a normal ukulele. Sunburst traditionally is done on a spruce, and that's what this is. It's a solid two-piece spruce top, onto which you get this sort of reddy dark brown stain put on the top, and then they buff out the middle to create the Sunburst. Looks very cowboy, very western. I like it. The back and sides are solid mahogany, a little bit paler than I would like from mahogany, but lots of interesting grain. Two pieces on the flat back, two pieces on the sides. And it all goes together rather attractively, I think. Decoration around the edge there is maple binding, pale maple binding, which is nice, with some black line purfling setting it off, and ditto on the back. And an abalone soundhole ring, which doesn't jar against the maple, and I think both of those things work well with the Sunburst. The bridge is a tie bar style. It looks like rosewood, but it's not rosewood, and I'm not even going to try and pronounce what it is. It's a Vietnamese wood that is very similar to rosewood that gets around the restrictions on international trade that rosewood has. Read in the written review what the spelling is, but I can't pronounce it. It's a Vietnamese word, but it looks like rosewood, and it's nicely done. It's tie bar style, as I say, straight topped bone saddle. Looking inside, it's pretty neat and tidy. Bit of glue, but nothing too bad. Notched linings, which you can probably just about make out there. The bracing is not overdone, and the signed serial label is there with the maker's name on it. You'll have also noted comes with a strap button on the base as well. Nice touch. Up to the neck, and this is maple, a pale maple that's been stained. You've got a very obvious joint here at the heel, with that heel cap made of maple as well, but a much better hidden joint up at the headstock. The profile is kind of a flat, but still Far East and rounded on the back, but what I really like about it is it's 38mm across at the nut and 30 from G to A. Really roomy, really roomy. Matt has been listening to people because this is one of the things I said to him. Another thing I said to him was not to gloss these bridge mountings, because I thought they looked a bit ugly, and this one isn't glossed. So, you know, he is a builder that listens to what people are telling him. That's a really good thing. The fingerboard, really good condition. It's that same Vietnamese wood, looks like rosewood. I'm not going to pronounce it, as I say, but it's in good condition with a bit of edge shaping down here. It's also edge bound, which means the frets aren't sharp on the edges, but irrespective, they're very well dressed. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 to the body, 15, 16, 17, 18 in total. Nice, they're quite low profile. Position dots are provided facing out at the 3rd. I don't need one at the 3rd. The 5th, the 7th, the 10th, the double at the 12th, and thankfully, side dots. Excellent. Beyond that, bone nut headstock. Another thing I'm a sucker for is a slotted headstock. I think this looks a bit chunky around the top. I can't quite put my finger on it. It's faced, I think, in mahogany. But it's all right. Noah logo there in pearl inlaid. And you get unbranded, geared, rear-facing tuners. Not much more to say about those, but they look like pretty decent quality. The gear mechanisms are not thin, not pressed out of tin. And it's finished with Aquila strings and padded gig bag. and that is available from Noah and also in 1 or 2 specialist ukulele stores that carry them for a pretty decent £249. That's not a lot of money. All solid wood, handmade, admittedly in Vietnam, not in the USA or Britain, but $249, all solid wood, this level of appointments, binding, sunburst, that kind of thing. That's not a bad price at all. Very competitive. And it's put together really well. You can tell it's handmade because there's 1 or 2 tooling marks you see in the finish and around the edge of the fretboard, and it's a little bit gloopy up here. But it's minor stuff. Have a read of the written review. I go into that in a little bit more detail, and obviously the pictures show it off a bit better than this video. But it's really not that bad, and it's one of the better ones I've seen from Noah. It's a really nice gloss. If you don't like gloss, they offer this in a satin as well. So that's nice to have a choice. I'd go for the gloss because I think the gloss really makes these colours pop. Admittedly, it also carries fingerprints, as you can see, because I've been playing this one a lot. None of that would matter. It's well made. It's a good price. I think it looks superb. None of it would matter if it didn't work well as a musical instrument. It's not over heavy. It's balanced. It's nice to hold. And it really scores well in the tone as well. It's got loads of volume. Loads of punch. Again, normalization on the speaker, on the microphone here. You have to take my word for it. It is a good volume. You're not going to struggle to be heard. And it's got this kind of nice shimmer that's going on. It's got highs, but it's also got some bass in it, and this isn't a low G string. And that means it's balanced, and this is what I really like about it. And I hope the microphone's moved there. I hope this is picking up. What I like about it is because the combination of spruce, which is very, very bright, and the darker sounding mahogany on the back and sides, you've got this balance between brights, mids and lows. And it makes for a clear sounding instrument that isn't too much of one thing. Nice jangle. That it's really nicely balanced. It's a lovely tone. And a word on the finger picking, this roomy neck makes it so nice. Really like it. It scores well. This is the nicest Noah I've reviewed. It's the best Noah I've played. I think he's really got something good here. It's nicely done. It's not factory perfect in the finish, but this is minor. The sound's really good. The build's really good. I love the look of it. And it's not a bad price at all. $249. The Noah Classic Sunburst Tenor Ukulele from Matt Cohen, Saigon Guitars, Noah Ukuleles. This gets a highly recommended and a very good score. Do read all that below. Do consider subscribing, and I will be back next week. Something also very interesting coming. It's quite a nice set of reviews on the books going forward now. And I've been really looking forward to doing this one. Thanks for the loan of this one, Matt. I think you've done very well. See you next week. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.